With Mother's Day fast approaching, I know a lot of you are looking for that perfect gift to get your mother. So, what does my mother like to use as someone who has access to the entire collection? Listen in to learn more. And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. My name is Colin Murdy, and today we're talking about my mother's favorites. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported the company so far. If you got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y, creative.co. And you can also check us on all of our social medias if you're looking for something to see. So, first things first, thank you to all of you who've engaged with the signature collection. I apologize to our international customers about the little snafu. Unfortunately, I did not know that our managed markets, which is the party that helps us deal with international customs and duties, they do not have a way to export American bison, which is technically protected for export reasons. Obviously, ours are all in compliance with the export, but they don't have a way to take the paperwork and make it so that it works. So unfortunately for all of you international customers who've been a big fan and want the signature collection, it's not available right now. We are working on it, and hopefully if it does change, we'll let you guys know when it becomes available. For all the rest of you in America who are interested in the signature collection, go check that out at murdycreative.co/signature to get my new awesome favorites. And also be sure to check out the last podcast to talk through about the details of it. So I talked with my mother the other day, and obviously Mother's Day is fast approaching. Mother's Day is fast approaching. So don't forget, it's coming up. Don't forget. Okay, I think I've hammered on that enough. So if you're looking for a gift for mom, we're happy to help. And we've got some great options. We've had great options in the past that we've advertised for Mother's Day. Obviously, the recipe binder is a favorite. Leah, my wife, loves to use ours and things like that. So there are great options as far as things like that are more kind of traditionally thought of as gifts for that kind of thing. But the rest of our product line is great for a lot of different things. And I was talking to my mother this morning about what her favorite products are. What does she use them for in their different parts of her life? And maybe that can hopefully inspire you guys if you're looking for some ideas. Now, the one that I cannot forget to mention to start off with is the product that was my mother's idea in the first place, which is our 5-year journal. We have a special version of our Moleskine Classic Cut journal that is extra thick, and it's designed for the Moleskine 400-page insert. Now, 400 pages, 5 years, how does that all work out? Simply put, the way you do it is you take it and you put one page for each day. Now, that's 365, which means you have actually a couple of extra pages for each month if you wanted to put a special little space between each month for extra pages or things like that. What my mother does, brilliantly, is every year she goes in on the day that it is, and she writes about a paragraph. And with the size of the page, depending on how big your handwriting is, depending on the paragraph, you can get about 5 different years on there. And it's not a long or complicated or difficult entry. It's just designed to be a little reminder of something. And my mother uses different color pens each year, so it's very easy when she's flipping through it to see the different entries from the different years. And it's a really clever idea. And it's been a big seller, and it's a big fun one. So for those of you who want the 400-page extended Moleskine, the 5-year journal is that product. For those of you who are looking for a 5-year journal, that product is great for that purpose, and that's how it can be used. So that's one of my mother's favorites to start with, and I every time she comes and visits, she always carries it. She writes, and she's been very diligent about it, and we were just talking the other day about the entries from 2020, from this time of the year, because for those of you who remember, end of March into early April was really the peak of the pandemic concern. Like that was when everybody didn't know what it was, didn't know what was going to happen. Everyone was concerned. And so reading back through her entries from that, and then the year after and the year after, fascinating stuff. So it's really interesting. I definitely recommend it. Another one that she likes to use it on that same kind of thing is the regular Classic Cut journal that she's got. She's got one that has a Bible verse engraved on the front. And she was talking about how she uses that for her gratitude. She does her gratitude journaling about things that she's thankful for, as well as she keeps track of her exercises that she does. So she's an exercise physiologist by trade, and she does tracking of all that stuff, and it's really great. And obviously, it's great to see progress. So she's been able to keep track of that stuff. She also mentioned that she likes to write down quotes from her mother. So her mother has been gone now for 24 years, I think it is. I think Grandma died the year my younger brother was born, and he was 2001. So I think it would have been the summer of 2001, I think was when Grandma died. And she was talking about how She misses her mother dearly, as everyone would. And she has written down things that she would remember her mother saying, or she was talking about how when she isn't sure about what to do, or she has, questions, she would write down what she thought her mother would say to her about those things. And it's a great comfort for her. She also likes to put down some of the favorite things about my dad in there, which is always good. And she said it's a great place for her ADHD kind of everything. It's all everything. She doesn't like empty space in it, so she fills it up in all the nooks and crannies, which is something I can personally appreciate, and is something I think very much affects the way that we journal in some regards, is how we view those kinds of spaces. So she uses her Classic Cut for that. So those two versions are kind of variations on the Classic Cut journal. She does have a mini that she carries with her all the time, and it's great for little quick things. I know she does that, and she's done that for years, actually. So she likes her mini, but those are kind of the journals that she uses and how she uses them. She also has a Travel Cut folio that she uses for all of her work. So she's involved as part of the board of directors of one of the local Christian high schools, and she's involved in a bazillion other things that she does. And so her Travel Cut is where she keeps all track of all of her papers, projects, things that are going along. And I know she uses that and loves that quite a bit. And I think she has a bourbon one. No, I think hers is red. Hers is a Bordeaux from long ago. So she's got one of those. So it's a great version of that. She also has a sleeve, and she loves her sleeve. She loves the leather of her sleeve specifically. It's a sleeve that she's loved for years, and it's got a beautiful patina on it. But she uses it for her laptop, and obviously it's great for laptops. That's what it was designed to do. But she also likes to stick pages in there for loose projects or things that she's working on. So she uses that and her folio to keep track of. That's kind of her work package, and it's a great combination. And then one of my favorite gifts that she's given us is she took all of the Christmas cards that she'd sent out for my entire life. I think she actually had all of them, and she had kept a copy of each of those Christmas cards for the history throughout time for us boys. And so, I mean, I helped her originally set this up, but it was a wide cut binder that she had put the plastic pages in, and she had made an identical copy for each of myself and my three brothers of all of the Christmas cards of our entire life. And she gave that to us for last Christmas. And then obviously we put the next Christmas card in it. And that was a great gift. And that's obviously a wonderful choice of how to use it. So she loves that one, and that's been used for gifts. She uses that one a lot for gifts for other people as well. Although the valet tray is her favorite to give away. And I know that she's given a lot of those away for graduation gifts and things like that. So that's kind of the things. So those are all of like the favorites that she uses. Now, we obviously have a lot of other great options. And for those of you who are looking for Mother's Day gifts, you obviously have to know a lot about who you're talking to. My wife loved to use our metric cut for her bullet journaling when she was really big into that. And we ended up using a composition, now it's called our ledger cut. And we would take, and it was, you can use those little Polaroid printers. I actually don't know if it's Polaroid brand, but they're the little printers that you hook up to your smartphone, and you can print off physical copies of your pictures, and you can peel off the back and stick them to places. So we use that for a quick and easy photo album for the kids. Because obviously, for any of you who are parents out there, making photo albums that are real physical photo albums are it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a lost art. It's kind of difficult. And it's nice to be able to have the ability to kind of physically do that, to print those off. So we used a composition cut for those in the past. And when you think about gifts for mom, right, and you think about what you're going to want to give to her or to your wife or to your grandmother, if you're giving gifts all the way up the chain, is how can this help in their life in some way, shape, or form? There are a lot of little stories that act like pixels or dots in a picture of our lives. And I've talked about this in the past when it comes to journaling, which is that each day doesn't seem that important, perhaps. I mean, some of them do, but most days don't seem that important. But when you start to journal about your day, you begin to see how those little points, those little unobtrusive, unimportant things start to add up into bigger pictures, and how if you didn't have that record, if you didn't have those things, you wouldn't really necessarily be able to see the evolution. I think a lot of us spend our days looking at the day-to-day as being much more the same than different. It's very common for us to develop routines. It's a good, healthy way to live, is to develop good routines. And so part of that routinization of our day means that we kind of forget about a lot of things. We don't think about them. And when you journal, when you write down, sometimes you think about things that you didn't think about in the moment. Sometimes you have a moment of clarity and you write about it. And 3 months later, if you go back and read it, maybe years later sometimes when you go back and read it, you're like, wow, that was the seed of something that came into fruition. And I didn't realize that's where it came from. So this Mother's Day, as you're looking for great options, don't just think about things like recipe books or things like that, or scrapbooks, although those are great gifts. But also think about ways that the gift that you give to your mother could help her tell her story, keep records for you, maybe make her day a little easier and have it a little bit easier to keep her notes all organized. And there's a lot of great options out there. So we are here to help if you're not sure. If you are not sure what to get your mother and you reach out to us and you say, I know she's this kind of a person and she likes this kind of thing and she doesn't like this kind of thing, we'd be happy to walk you through it. I mean, it can be something as simple as our coaster set. Maybe your mother's the kind of person that really doesn't want to have your coffee on the table, right? Well, maybe a coaster set's a great fit, right? We can customize those. So we would love to walk you through that because there's a lot of products in our product lineup now, and they're all different in kind of specific ways. And so if you're struggling to find the right one and you want some help, reach out to us via email. You can reach out to us via the main page of our website at murdycreative.co. I'm going to give you guys the hint to the limited edition. I know I haven't done this in the last couple of weeks. There's been a reason for that. But this week's limited edition hint is mauve, which for those of you who are not as clever with colors is a type of pink. It's kind of a pinkish purple. I think I got that right. If you're thinking about Mother's Day, the limited edition leather is mauve. I think you're understanding what I'm telling you. But anyway, if you're looking for ideas about ways to get gifts, reach out to us via the main page of our website at murdycreative.co. That's MURDY creative.co. There's a contact form at the bottom of the page. We'll be happy to help you out that way. You can also send us an email directly at sales@murdycreative.co, sales@murdycreative.co. You can also give us a phone call or text message at 414-434-9001. We're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. We are happy to help. If you don't get a hold of us during those times, or you don't get a hold of us because of the way you message us, you can leave us a voicemail. You can send another text. We are happy to help. It's Anna. Anna's the one that answers the phone. She's the one that responds to text messages. So if you don't see it, it's maybe because Anna hasn't looked at it yet. So obviously, we're people. We're real people. We're not computers. So we appreciate the patience. And Anna does a lot around here. So if you have a good review you want to leave us, please go to murdycreative.co/review, and you can leave your review where that link takes you. It will take you right now to Google, which is where we want the reviews to be left. That helps us with the Google search algorithm and improves our SEO overall. Last year, we were sending them to Facebook because that obviously helped our meta ad things. So obviously, when we have these reviews go to different places, it's on purpose. We want you guys to leave the reviews in the places that we're directing you specifically for some sort of strategic reason. Oftentimes, it's to make sure that there are reviews in these places because people look in different places for different reviews. If you want to read all of our good reviews, you can go to murdycreative.co/reviews with an S, and that will take you to all of the page on our website with all of the different reviews kind of aggregated together. There's also links to the different places if you want to read them in their specific locations. If you're going to leave us a bad review for any reason, please, before you leave a bad review, give us an opportunity to make it right. It is deeply important to me personally that everyone loves their product and has a good experience with the company. And if for whatever reason you're unhappy and that didn't happen, I want to make it right. I really do. So reach out to us, give us an opportunity to make things right. We offer free returns for the US, and we absolutely don't want you to keep a product you're unhappy with. It doesn't do us any good, doesn't do you any good. We want you to be happy. Right? So reach out to us, give us an opportunity to make things right before you leave us a bad review, and we will. We will absolutely do our very best to make things right for you. If you are looking for a custom engraved item for Mother's Day, for example, and you're looking for a great gift for Mother with her special phrase or maybe something that she really loves, a plant or something, I don't know what people are into these days. Feel free to use our customizer available on most of the product pages. It's a little blue button below the Add to Cart button that says Add Custom Logo Engraving or Add Custom Engraving. I can't remember. I should really look that up because every week I say this and every week I can't quite remember it. Anyway, click on that blue button. It'll open up the customizer. There you can upload logos. Black and white only. We cannot do grayscale. I'm sorry. It's just the reality of the laser engravers. They're either off or they're on. So that's something to keep in mind, black and white. You can add logos, resize, reorient, reposition, add additional text. You can add tons of text. You cover the whole cover in text if you want. Just note that if you do that, it will be a little bit more than the base cost. It's usually about $15, but if it's a full page, it can go up to 25 or a little bit more. And it's based off of the total cart, or excuse me, it's based off of the single item itself. So it's each item has the charge associated with it, but there's no setup fees. There's no minimum order quantity. You can get just one if you want just one item. So you use that in Customizer. You add to cart. It'll add to your cart. If you want to get multiples of an item, you can change the cart quantity there, and there will be a bulk discount that will be applied when you get to 5 items, and then it'll go up from there. So it's a great way to get presents if you're looking to get presents from multiple people. If you do not see that blue add custom logo button, it's just because that product isn't in the customizer yet. And you can send us directly an email, sales@murdycreative.co, sales@murdycreative.co, and you can reach out to us with an image that you want and describe the product you're looking for. The more information you can provide us up front, the faster we can get it for you. We'll make you a mock-up, we'll send that back to you, and create a custom order link for you, and you can purchase the product through that custom order link and check out that way. If you have any questions about the custom order product, what product to get, bulk orders, discounts, anything like that, reach out to us. We are happy to help. We are always, always, always happy to help. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.